Sorry about that. The my computer kind of said it didn't have enough memory. Anyway, so if I have my two fractions are less, than 0, or less than 1, so that means my product is going to be less than each of them, and it definitely, since, let's see, 3/7 is less than half, 4/15 is less than half, and so since both of those, since my answer is going to be less than both, I don't think it could possibly be more than 1. So I'm pretty sure I'm right there. I think we're going to have a much less. So yeah, our answer is going to be less than 3/7. Our answer is going to be less than 4/15. It has to be less than 1. Okay, I'm good with that. All right, pause it. Let's go number 5. 1 7/9 times 5/6 equals Q. So I have fractions here. Both of these are fractions. However, this one is more than 1. This one is less than 1. Okay? If I'm just like up here, I have something that is 1 or more, and I have something that is less than 1, the same things are going to apply here. Okay? When I multiply a whole number by a fraction, or a number greater than 1 by a fraction, it's going to be less than my biggest number, my biggest factor. It's going to be more than my fraction, because again we're dealing with a whole number, or something greater than a whole number, or something greater than 1. And my answer, since it's going to be less than 1, it's going to be greater than 5/6. I feel like that's going to be greater than 1. Q is going to be greater than 1. I know it's going to be greater than 5/6. I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good. All right, 6/17 times 7 is S. So again, same sort of thing. We have a whole number, we have something greater than 1, and we have a fraction less than 1. So that means our answer is going to be greater than our fraction, because again, we have 7 of these 6/17. It has to be more. Okay? We have 7 of them. We have 7 of the 6/17. It has to be more than 1 6/17. The 7 is going to be less than 7, because look, we're not looking at a whole of 7. This isn't 1 times 7. This is less than 1. So it's going to have to be less than 7. And is S going to be greater than 2? Let's see, half of 7 is greater than 2. 6/17 is close to, that's like what? It's almost like 1/3, because 6/18 would be 1/3. So it's a little bit over 1/3. 7/3 would be 2. So yeah, it's greater. It's going to be greater than 2. All right, let's see. Look at this problem. Choose the pair of fractions that must have a product less than 1, then compute the exact product. Well, I'm going to think about this first before I even look at it. In order for the product to be guaranteed less than 1, I have to have two fractions that are less than 1. So let's see if I can see anything. 2, no, that's not, no. That can't. Yeah, these are two fractions. Two fractions, oh boy, but these are two fractions less than 1. And it says compute. All right, so I'm going to have thirds and eighths. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by thirds. And that's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 2, 1, 2. So I have to do 2 rows of them. So that's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 2, which is 10. And then all of that was 8 by 3, so that's 24ths. So 5/8 times 2/3 equals 10 24th, or it can also equal 5/12. All right, so here is the final page. Fill in the chart to solve each of the problems below. So it has an example, 2/3 times 2/3. We have our labeled sketch, 2/3 times 2/3. We count it up, that's 4 out of 9, 4/9, and so we have our answer there. All right, so 2/3 by 6/7. Okay, so we have 2/3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6/7. So altogether that's 12 out of 21. So here, but I didn't draw my line, did I? So I have 6/7, 2/3, and then altogether here, oh, I didn't do a good job there, 12 21sts. That is simplifiable. I don't know if you were in the group that I talked about, if you add digits together and they equal a multiple of 3, then you can divide by 3. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So we can divide both of these by 3, so we can have 4/7. Okay, 1/2 times 4/6. So we have here 1/2, here 1, 2, 3, 4/6. And in here is 1, 2, 3, 4/12. So that will be 4/12. Again, we can simplify that to 1/3. And you can kind of see see there's 1, 2, and then these 3. So that's another, that shows that it is a third there. And then we have 3/4 times 4/8. So here's my 3/4 linear units. 1, 2, 3, 4/8 linear units. So I'm looking right here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 by 3. So 12, 8 by 4, 30 seconds. Those are both even, so I can divide those by 2. So I can have 6/16. Those are both even, so I could have 3/8. 3/8. Okay. Solve each problem. For this one, since it doesn't have any room here, it's okay if you use the algorithm. Since it's not giving us room, only since. So on like assessments where they give you these grids, or they ask you to show your work, this is not what we do. But here, they're asking you to practice the algorithm, just to see how it goes. So we have 3/4 by 2/4, so that is 6/16. Again, I don't have to simplify if I don't want to. Hey, it's the same answer over there. Oh yeah, because look, 2/4 and 4/8 are both 1/2. So look at that, of course. 1/4 times 3/6 is going to give me 3/24. 5/6 times 1/2, so 1/2 of 5/6 is going to be 5/12. Because 5/12 plus 5/12 is 10/12, which is 5/6. 6/7 times 3/5, so we got 18/35. 2/3 by 4/5, we have 8/15. 6/8 by 1/2, we have 6/16. 3/4 by 1/3, we have 3/12. And 2/7 by 2/4 is going to give us 4/28. Alrighty, bye.